guys, my name is Aspen, and today we're going to start by telling you guys how to verbally cite your source. So we're going to start with stating an introductory phrase. Now examples can be as stated by, as highlighted by. If you need to find more, then you can find way more online. That's a good idea to do so you don't have the same introductory phrase over and over again. That can be repetitive and boring. So more examples can be found online, you can find those. After that, you want to follow it with an author. Now a good way to find the author on these websites is you can use Control F. It'll bring up a little search bar. In the search bar you can type author, and it will highlight on the page where the author is, if there's one. Okay, so if there's not an author, you want to list a organization's name instead. So to find that, you can also use the Control F function. If you type about, it should bring up something along the lines of a validation thing on their website. Okay, and a good idea to follow that validation for the organization is to list a brief description. So example, if we're using like something like WebMD, you can briefly describe it as a reviewed source. This not only puts your validation together, it also makes it seem a whole lot more credible.
Hello, I'm Anna, and I will be talking to you guys about sources and where to place them in your speech. The best place to place your source is right after your main points, because whether you're trying to persuade an audience or to inform them about something, it's better to have credentialed sources come right after your main points, because anyone could go up to a podium and say just about anything. But having a source right after your point is going to validate you to the audience that you actually know what you're talking about. You've actually done your research and everything. So the sources have to be credible. And if it's not, then your speech is no longer credible. And once you name, an organization that isn't credible and it's just more like a blog, then you're going to lose your audience's attention, and they're no longer going to view you, if they did, as credible, because you're not using well-known sources. And you should avoid people that use false credentials on their website, because there are people who, put false credentials and try and make them seem like they're somebody, but they're really not. And avoid biased opinions. I mean, there's going to be biased opinions in it, just about everything, but, just make sure that you're weeding through them really well and getting the best ones that you can. Okay, thank you.
My name is Vanessa, and I'm going to talk about the importance of giving credit in source validation in a speech. Giving credit to an author or the pictures found online is important. The first step you want to take is looking up the information of author, and if the author is a professional in the topic, you will add the author's last name, then the first initial of the first name, the date and it was published in parentheses, and the name of the title, following with a comma. The retrieved information is going to be from the date found, and then the URL followed with the author or page's info. If you do not cite the author, it can result in plagiarism, which would mean you are taking credit from someone else's work.